So let's do it.
Let's check to make sure we're still live. All right. Testing. Let's check.
Testes. Testes.
Testing.
1.
Please watch
2.
that kind of language in this video, please.
3.
This is not a family-friendly video, but it is a family-friendly video. Testing. Let's check. Okay, you can see me. Good. Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay, it looks like we're live and good. So let's get this party started. All right. 皆さん、こんばんは。私はマティオ・ニホンです。今日、一緒に新しい日本酒を飲みましょう。Today is a special video. Last night I was not able to film, partially because the supermarket was already closed by the time I finished work. So yay! But it's okay. It worked out perfectly because I'm here with my friend. Introduce yourself.
こんばんは、皆さん。私はジョニーです。よろしくお願いします。
Yes. Johnny here is my former roommate and fellow student at the school where we're studying Japanese. He's also a former chef.
Yes.
Or still chef, actually.
Well, I don't work as a chef now, but I am still trained as a chef.
Yes. So I see Jack really did not enjoy. Jack O'Reilly here did not enjoy my last guest.
Yeah, I was in the comments.
Yes. What was your username?
What do we, JB?
What do we, JB? Yes. Well, that's all right. Now, let's get this party started. Today we are reviewing a special Nigori sake or Nihonshu. Oops.
Sorry, I say sake, but I'm probably wrong.
That's probably why I said it today, because you said sake. Yes, we're reviewing a special Nigori Nihonshu from Shirakawago sakagura. And this is a sakagura that was established in 1837 in Ogaki. It's apparently fairly well respected. They make regular donations to something called the Doboruku Festival. These are omiki, and something I have not mentioned before, well, slightly, is that it's quite common for shrines and temples to offer Nihonshu to the kami-sama or gods. And there are special sakaguras that create Nihonshu specifically for that purpose or offer it. This is apparently one of those. Now, there's not a whole lot that I know about this particular sakagura, but it is a very interesting one. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on this somewhat disastrous review. Okay.
We're doing all right. You're doing all right. I'm not doing anything.
So here we have what is, this is a Nigori, and if my information is correct, it has been polished up to 70%, and it is a Junmai Nigori. This has a sake meter value of about 25, so it's sweeter, and it's probably going to pair, or it's probably going to have more fruity or coconut qualities. A lot of Nigoris do. Yeah, it's something I've rather enjoyed. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it, shall we?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
For someone who is not that informed on sucks. Nihonshu, I'm sorry. No. Polishing ratio would mean that it's been polished down to 70% of the original size, or 70% of it has been polished away.
It's kind of both. Like about 70% of it has been polished away, leaving you with a very clean.
Taking off all the hull and all the
impurities.
And...
Precisely. Yeah. And if you guys will bear with me a moment, I'm going to attempt to use my secondary phone to join this particular meeting and give you a close-up of the food. Something else I wanted to let you guys in on. The reason that this particular Nihonshu is cloudy is that during the production period for the Nihonshu, there's usually a final step where they filter out a lot of the rice grains that remain within the Nihonshu itself. But Nigori, they use sort of a larger filter that allows some of the particles to remain, which changes both the texture and quality of the Nihonshu, and it's very enjoyable. It tends to be more creamy in nature, so I'm actually quite excited to give this a try. Now let me try to set up this phone. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this correctly, but I want to try so I can give you a good close-up. Let's see if I can pull it off.
Smelling those gyozas.
Smelling.
It's very good.
Yeah, we just ate pizza. By the way, we did find a Nihonshu that matched pizza. You want to tell them about that while I do this?
I think it did match very well. I forgot the name already, but I believe it was from Akita, right?
I think so. It was a Junmaishu. It was sort of a blind buy, but it worked out wonderfully.
It was a recommendation from the guy at the liquor store, and it did, as far as I'm concerned, pair well with pizza because it was both bright and rich at the same time. It had a lot of melon and apple notes, and it had a bit of a buttery finish. And when you, after eating the pizza, which was spicy because of the jalapenos, which I very much appreciated. Thank you, Matthew, for ordering jalapenos on pizza. I love it.
You're welcome.
You picked up a lot more of that brightness and sweetness after changing your palate, and it was really good. I liked it a lot.
I remember you actually did a better job of describing it than I could have. That moment when you had, just after you drank or tasted it, when you said that after eating the pizza, it really brought out honeydew as a quality.
Yeah, there's a really, really nice honeydew sweetness. Almost, it sounds weird, but like a melon soda, but not a melon soda. That's one of the things about Nihonshu is it really, there's no way to describe it that doesn't sound weird, but it's a good thing. Right. Like in the past when I've compared it to tea, just because there's so many different flavors, but it sounds weird. But at the end of the day, all right, it looks like this is set up. Let's give this a try. Come on. Let's go ahead and take a look and answer any questions. We've got a couple of minutes. Nihonshu bombs, Ryan. Nihonshu bombs. Jack, I didn't like his face. Didn't like his voice. You're such a positive person, Jack. Don't change at all, but all right. Well, let me see if I can give this a go. What are you doing? Yes. Okay. What is this? Honeydew, yeah, honeydew. The money melon, some might say.
No. I'm not.
Honeydew is the worst fruit. Yeah.
Sorry, the app is giving me problems.
Archer seems to think that honeydew is in fact the worst fruit. But I don't think it's bad. If you find a good one, if you find one that doesn't taste like eating a bad cucumber, it's really nice.
Okay.
If it's 90% honeydew, I would be angry. You're right. Throw a strawberry.
Oh, you're getting feedback. Wow, that's annoying. Okay. Muting that. There we go. Okay. So let's see if I can make this.
This is really cool. I want to let everyone know that I'm a complete novice at anything to do with streaming. And I never used Zoom until we had to use it for school. So I know nothing about this, and I feel like I'm experiencing different realities all at the same time. I have mine here, the video there, and then split screen here.
Okay. It doesn't look like it's willing to let me do a lot of tempering here. I'm just trying to reverse the image, but doesn't seem to want to let me. It's okay. I have this. So let's take a look at the food, shall we? Okay. I'm going to grab a light. So well prepared today, right?
Technical difficulties is 90% of the fun.
That's true, especially for live streams. All right, so let's give this a try. So here we're starting with some delicious pork. Because it's a sweeter Nihonshu, generally grilled foods match fairly well. I was going to pair it with yakitori, but unfortunately, the store was sold out. So here we've got some gyoza and to go with the pork. And with that, I think we can go ahead and begin the pour. Let me see if I can make this video front and center. Does that show up in the live stream? I don't like this Jack guy. Okay, come on. I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer here. Jack O'Reilly, this is going well. Yes, it is. It's just great, isn't it? Don't worry, we'll improvise it. Okay, it doesn't seem to want to show the close-ups. Well, that's disappointing, but well, it's okay. All right. We tried it. It didn't work. Well, let's go ahead and just get straight to the pour, shall we? We've wasted enough time.
Right on.
So here, I've shaken this up to make it nice and pretty looking. Everybody, you can kind of see it is all white. And I already know the jokes you guys are making right now. Many of these viewers are my friends from China.
Oh, right on.
Juvenile doesn't even begin to cut it.
Sorry, I'm juvenile myself.
So here we go.
Not the rapper.
I'm not opening my case here. I promise you it tastes quite different than it looks.
Have you ever seen the film your name.
No, I know about it. It's a popular one here.
Yeah.
But I never got a chance to watch it. All right, let's give this a try. So first, in Japan, China is somewhat similar. You pour for the guest first. Actually, in Japan, it's somewhat a rule that you shouldn't pour for yourself, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Smell it first. It's interesting. It almost has kind of a yeast. Yeah. It has an almost yeast scent to it.
It does smell. I don't know if it's because you said it, but it does kind of smell like coconut. Coconutty.
I'm betting that pork makes this one perish. That would be interesting to see. Normally Nigori doesn't have a pear quality, but let's see what happens, shall we? Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Kanpai.
Kanpai.
Oh. Wow, that is...
I wasn't expecting it to be thick like that.
Neither was I. This is actually the first time I've had a Nigori that thick. It's almost like...
And it's like eggnog.
It is.
The thickness of eggnog.
The thickness of eggnog, none of the taste.
Not the flavor, yeah.
Oh, Ryan, we know we love you.
Way juvenile of you.
We're just kidding.
Wow.
Remember, a lot of those juvenile antics in China were my doing as well. So I'm not judging you.
I believe it.
Oh, I'm sure Ryan here could tell you all kinds of stories about me. I wouldn't want him to tell them, but it probably would.
So what do you think about the taste of this?
Honestly, this is a hard one to pin down. It's creamy. There's definitely coconut. It's there.
Now,
but
now that we've drank it down a little bit, this might be one of the things. So,
oh, you've drank it down a lot.
So, the mouth of the glass is giving it more chance to like
breathe,
condense the smell, whereas we had it up to here, and a lot of that was escaping. But now, if you give it another nose, it's pretty alcohol-y smelling.
Yeah, well, this does have
really alcohol-y.
This has looks like this is about 14-15%.
I mean, it's really strong. It might be a combination of the smell of the alcohol and some of the other like notes that make it smell a lot stronger than what it actually is. But it really does smell kind of like vodka.
I didn't get that scent out of it, actually.
And they say vodka doesn't have a smell, but it does.
It does. Yeah, I mean, this... I'm definitely tasting the coconut and a definitely creamy texture. But beyond that, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of body.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a lot of complexity.
No.
But the end finish is nice and sweet. It's a little sweet at the end.
I'm getting almost a kind of vanilla, like just the barest hint of a vanilla quality.
You know what? If you take a sip of vanilla extract, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like vanilla, but it tastes like vanilla extract.
Yuki, hello. Okay, Ryan gave you a story from my China days.
Right on. Straw in a tequila bottle.
Yeah. I did it. Yuki, thanks for joining. All right. Oh dear, you downed that.
I was really interested to try and
Yeah, it's.
Try and get as many flavors of it as I can, but it's.
I mean, I guess it was wrong to say that it's not a complex Nihonshu. It's just structured differently from other Nihonshus. Most Nihonshus, the structure is very quick, very immediate. This one This one is a little bit more like a standard wine, I suppose, where you have to kind of work at it to figure out how it's built. It's very interesting. I would like to know how this particular Nihonshu was made. But let's get started on some of the food, shall we? Here. Oh, and everyone, here is fried pork. Go for it.
Right on, thank you. I'm gonna go for a small piece. Dankeschön. Itadakimasu.
Alright. Itadakimasu. Okay. I just want to make sure that we've got good visual. I'm also not going to go for a big piece right now.
It's not bad though.
It's good. The big question is, how is it going to taste?
So it's very good.
Whoa!
Salty.
Holy!
So just think about it. You introduce some saltiness, sweetness, and then umami from the pork, right? So that's what's changing your palate.
But we were just talking about eggnog before, and I just got a hint of eggnog from that bit.
It might be because of the leftover sweetness on your tongue because of the sauce.
I think so. And there's just a little, like the hint of spice from I don't know if it's from the pork itself or the Nihonshu or both, but
it's totally different.
It really is.
Yeah.
That is awesome. What do you think?
It does taste more like eggnog than it did before. Yeah. It's actually a lot better after eating that.
I'm in full agreement on that. This isn't a Nihonshu I would want to drink straight, but as a part of a pairing, absolutely.
Now, something like this, would you ever drink it warm?
You know what?
Because
I am almost... This is one I would be curious to try warm.
I think that if you warmed it up, it would bring out a lot of different notes because of the eggnogginess of it.
Potentially.
It would open up more of those like coconut.
I'm going to have to try that again. The problem is most of the time when you heat up a Nihonshu, and I've said this before, most of the time when you heat up a Nihonshu, it kind of kills some of the complexity. It can help bring out some qualities, but it can also ruin the flavor. That's why you never want to do that with a good ginjo or daiginjo, because it destroys some of the flavor profiles. And while it's different, it's just not as enjoyable. This one, I would almost wonder what it would be like if it was slightly diluted. Because this is really thick.
Right.
I'm enjoying it, but yeah. I'm going to go ahead and try with the gyoza. Have you already tried that?
No.
Okay, let's give that a try then. Let's see how it goes. Any interesting comments?
Never steal another man's mac and cheese. Words to live by.
Yeah, I seem to remember that story being somewhat... We can debate that another time. But...
Well,
but I did offer to buy Nate another one. So
definitely less of a sweet flavor profile from just the gyoza. More umami from the pork. There's some ginger in there and probably some garlic.
That's a good analysis, yeah.
So it's interesting to see how it's going to change.
It's
because you're not introducing any sweetness into your palate. Now you're actually taking some away because of the gyoza skin is gonna.
Yeah, the truth is that gyoza is at least from what I understand, from what I've heard, gyoza is notoriously hard to pair with Nihonshu. There are actually sakaguras attempting to make Nihonshu specifically to pair with gyoza, and they haven't apparently completely succeeded at it.
Gyoza doesn't like to cheat on beer.
No, I don't think it does. Mm.
Could you dilute it with another sake? Asks Ryan.
Potentially. I would be curious. I would also be very cautious about that. Because you would have to make sure you mixed it just perfectly.
If you were to dilute this with another sake, it would probably be one that doesn't really have too much of a standout flavor note, so that it doesn't overpower this one.
Or if it does, it would probably be more of a single note Nihonshu that complements.
What would that? What kind would that be? Or what would that be?
To be honest, it would be hard to say. I haven't yet encountered a single note Nihonshu. Most Nihonshu has at least 2 or 3 different notes to it. Maybe if you got something with a little bit more of a fruity quality, I would be curious to see how they would interact. But I couldn't say with any certainty. My experience is just not at that level yet. It would be absolute mad science, which I'll never say no to. But
so, how did your palate change after eating the gyoza and then trying this sake?
I'm still trying to figure that out, to be honest.
Yeah, it didn't really change that much. Maybe more close to what it tastes like before you ate anything. Right?
Yeah, because I think the gyoza it's not as sweet. Mm-hmm. It's a little cleaner in texture and flavor, so I think it's.
You still have some residual sweetness left over from the pork.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it one last time, just before we kind of start to bring this review to a close, but. Mm. With the gyoza, it almost just amplifies the alcohol. Mm. Amplifies? I've just made a new word.
Mm. Don't philosophize too much on that.
Shall do my best. Yeah, the gyoza is not really changing much. It's just sort of, it amplifies the alcohol sensations, but it kind of undercuts. It doesn't interact directly.
I think, yeah. If anything, it's just neutralizing your palate from the sweetness of that, making it more similar to what it was before.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but the gyoza was a bit of an improvisation. So was the pork. Like I said, I wanted the yakitori. I think if I'd been able to get some yakitori, it would have made a great pairing between the pork and some fried or some grilled chicken. So I think I'm going to have to try this one again, and when I get the chance to get some yakitori. But I mean, all in all, I enjoy this Nihonshu.
I didn't like it by itself, to be honest. Original. My raw palate, I didn't like it. But
I agree with you.
I think if you know somebody that likes this kind of Nihonshu and you don't like it, take something sweet with you.
Yeah.
And it'll definitely make it easier to drink.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Or if you would come across this
banana.
It does taste a little banana-y. You're right.
Yeah. There's just a hint of it. Mm-hmm. To be honest, this could go well with as a side with a banana or some banana based.
What if you turn it into an alcoholic milkshake like they would serve at Alamo Draft House?
That has possibilities.
A banana Nihonshu vanilla ice cream milkshake.
Not sure about the ice cream, but
there won't be a milkshake without ice cream.
Yeah, but you already have so much creamy from this.
Sure.
Anyway, yeah, no, It's definitely not a standalone drink. This isn't one, but if you pair it well, it's enjoyable. So yeah. With that out of the way, any final thoughts, Johnny?
So do you rate these, or do you have a rating system for this? I do.
Not specifically. So I don't, because they're so different.
Right,
It's hard to give it a clear scale.
Right.
Like.
Well, I don't like to rate things by numbers. I mean, I don't really rate anything, but if I had to rate anything, I would rate it on would I buy it, would I recommend it, or like would I go out of my way to buy it?
Yeah.
And like for my own personal taste, I would not go out of my way to buy this.
I would, but only if the situation is correct. If I know that it's going to be paired with a lot of, I mean, this could actually be an interesting barbecue Nihonshu.
Yeah.
So I would definitely probably have a bottle of it on standby, and maybe with desserts. That would be almost curious.
Right.
That could be enjoyable, but it's a very special situation, Nihonshu, I think.
Cool. I have no choice but to respect your opinion because I'm a novice at this, so I don't know. But I would definitely try it again with something else sweet. Yeah. Maybe a dessert or a barbecue if the barbecue sauce was maybe sweet and tangy also. It might pair differently. We
might have to make a plan for a barbecue.
Right on.
Get a bottle of this and a couple of extras.
Right
do some experimenting.
Sounds like
some more mad science. All right. Well, I guess that's enough to bring us to a close on this special live review. I hope everyone enjoyed. If you like this video, if you like my content, please click like, hit subscribe, and do me a favor. Check out my friend Nihonshu TV. He doesn't speak English that often, but he has a good style, and he does on occasion interview foreigners, and those can be fun to watch. Until then, everybody, I hope you're safe. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And always remember to be willing to go beyond the horizon. You never know what you're going to find, and you never know who you're going to meet.
And if you don't like this, drink enough Nihonshu until you do like it.
Thanks for that. Real morale booster. All right. Everyone, thank you very much. And I'll catch you the next time.
Matane.
Take care.